Welcome to Center of Light. I have a fantastic presentation. Time hanging out with you. Time tonight. Going to do some reading from the Divine Principle. This came to me the other day via someone's post on Facebook. Facebook inspires me. Some people gripe and moan and complain. I love Facebook. It blesses me. Mark Zuckerberg, thank you, brother. I'm appreciating you right now. Welcome, everybody. Hello, beautiful friends. I have a new slogan. Check this out. Say it with me, class. No thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. No thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. No thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. Again, my face is going red. I must be spontaneously human combusting again. Welcome tonight to Center of Light, all my Yanavites. Smite. The hammer comes down. Is that really true? Do we still have in us, on any level, the hammer's going to come down? Let's examine it honestly, meticulously, passionately, sincerely, very carefully. Sandy Hunt says, welcome to Hot Flashes. I'm wondering, just an innocent question. If women get menopause, do men get womenopause? Perhaps. Before we get down into the meat and taters with some gravy, how many people like gravy? Wavy if you like gravy. I'll give you a couple announcements. I got something special coming, y'all. First special thing coming next week. A week from tonight. 7 days. If you are interested, if you've already made notification to me that you're interested, I already got it, so you're cool. And I got everyone. If you're interested in doing some PCP with me, you like PCP? Some angel dust? The Power Connection Purpose course is the angel dust, because we're going to go inside and touch the angels. 6-week bust you wide open course. Online video form like you see now. No one has access but you, because you paid for something that's valuable and important to you. 4 models for alignment. I promise you, in these 4 models, you will have an immediate experience. Why is that so important? We all like shortcuts. We all want to know we're getting a serious big bang for our buck. And with sincerity, passion, elbow grease, and luck, we're going to achieve our objective. Question and answer format. You can ask me questions throughout the sessions or anytime during the day when you're at work and you got a break and you want to run something by me because you had an epiphany, or you're almost there and you just want to, whatever. You can contact me through the 6-week duration. Very small fee required. It is small compared to this level of teaching. You interested in this form? Say, Keith, I'm interested. Send me a Facebook inbox, or you could send me an email at keithanthonyblanchard@gmail.com. Keith, I'm interested in the course. Although it requires a small fee from you, because you have to give to receive. That's the law. I didn't invent it. But it mostly requires all of you. And once you step onto that cliff in the participation of it, anything you post in that private forum can and will be used for you and against you. My point is, be willing to jump off the cliff or into the moving river. off the cliff into the moving river. If you don't, I'm going to grab you and throw you in there because of your permission to do so as to why you chose to be a part of the course. The inner course. We're going to get sensual, y'all. The inner course. We're going to enter greatly the kingdom. Also, here's something new. I want to invite a very big rock star in my life, Eden Scott. Come see your dad.
Sure, right?
Check this out. He and I had an idea about doing my presentations in the future in black and white. And black and white to me always represents the past. Movies from days of old. There we go. The past. And so what dawned upon me shortly after this logo I've created was to do a presentation or a series with his help and helping me to shape this thing, was the very first channel session that said go press record on your tape player. And I have a box of cassette tapes of my channeling sessions when this all started to go down. That way you hear me in my vulnerability, my humility, my passion, and my sincerity as someone who did not know anything. And I was okay with that. You hear me in my organicness, my flubs, my learning how to open up. You will hear many different entities enter. Jesus, Metatron, Ra, this, that, the other. Negative entities wanting to come in, and I'm saying, you're not allowed here. Right? Just not allowed. So, everyone, if you have not met my beautiful cherub of a son,
Hello.
Eden Sky. You want to grab a chair? You want to get back to your thing?
I'm good.
I love this man. Young man. So what I want to share with you before we get down into the thick of this presentation, everybody's saying, hello, beautiful Eden Sky. Hello, everyone. I'm in the energy and I want to stay in it. I want to acknowledge. But for tonight, at least for now, till I get into my dance, I'm gonna acknowledge you collectively. Yanava. Hence what I'm going to be bringing forth. 1996. That voice said, good morning, Keith. That voice that started this whole thing for me. Blessing, curse. Better, worse. Good morning, Keith. Press record on your tape player and let your mouth go. I'm going to bring out that collection. Does anybody have a cassette player I can borrow? I need a cassette player. But I'm going to bust out those cassettes and I'm going to edit them. And I'm going to make this a series to you. Why? Just because it's fun. I like fun. You like fun. We like learning. I will learn. Going back to those days, I will learn again. And here's just a working banner that I want to explain something to you that came to me a month or so ago. This is kind of the idea of black and white days of the past when it started. Initiation, Yanava, a window of light. That this all began in June, 13th of June, 1996. What I would like you to do is look at just Yanava, the YNV, like you normally do. You see YNV. And then it dawned upon me, what is the YNV? What are those symbols? This is not something I fashioned just because it looked artsy cool. They actually mean what I have been expressing and sharing with you for 2 years. Yah, Y is the heart, God. God is the circle, it's wholeness. And it sits right into the yoke of the Y. Why? Because that's where it sits within yourself. Na, or the N, which I've been expressing and sharing with you, which is the mind. The mind is a linear entity. It goes from past to future down a timeline. But we're looking for balance as to why you're not seeing a squiggly line, but a straight balance line. moving forward. And va, the V, I have always shared and expressed with you, it's the backbone, being erect, the ability to stand fully, to bring about the primordial three sacred seed syllables of what you are at your essence, which is Ya Na Va. You are whole, you are of clear mind, and your backbone standing erect brings about your own divinity. It's starting to make sense now, isn't it? It's starting to make sense to me in this moment. Right now, it is. I'm starting to get more of the it myself. Ya is the Y with the circle, the wholeness circle. That's why wedding rings, they represent unity. It's a circle, it's an endless process, an endless dance of ecstasy. Wow, I love it! And the Na, which was the in, the mind, and the Va, which with the erect backbone, ready to dance. So tonight we're going to be speaking about, because God says so. So before I go into a very small pause, I've asked my audience, like I own you? No, my apologies. I've asked you, tribe members, do you like the musical segues? And you said yes. Always share with me the fluidity and what that is for you when you're in my forum. I love to know these things. I want to get on the same wave and hang 10 with you. So before I go into a small lavender soul or musical pause, I'm going to show you two images. It's in fun, it's in jest, but it is very literal. And it's not making fun. It's making light. And in the light of awareness, darkness simply vanishes. No thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. Here are your two images.
Surely as the rain may fall, I wonder why. Worried there'll come a time when my world is dry, oh so dry. In the summertime I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to take. as I contemplate a billion stars, leaving my hands to fate. That's all I've got, all I've got. In the summertime, I won't have no water. Ooh, wait, it's a little bit harder to leaving my hands to fade. All up to fade. I wonder why. Ooh, I wonder why. Time for a change. Time for a change. Time for a change.
Welcome back to Center of Light. I am looking for something. That's why I was hanging on that banner. There was something I wanted to do. Give me a second. I will get into this presentation. I know it's a cliffhanger. Sometimes I do it on purpose, but right now it is not on purpose. I am looking for a something. Please be patient with me. Welcome, everyone. Oh, I don't think I have it. I'm going to try something. Forgive me. All right, it's not there. Good. It is what it is. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now we're going to get down to the presentation, which is because God said so. Let me go over my slogan again. No thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. Check my software real quick. This is important. I'm having issues still, so I'm learning. From the divine principle, my bestseller, which we're going to talk about in the Black and White series. How this all started, initiation. I say to Spirit, what constitutes love, and can anything exceed the parameters of love? God says the answers are very simple. First, if you do not use your free will to impinge upon someone else's, you are exercising my love. Second, my love knows no parameters. It transcends all boundaries of time, space, and judgment. It adheres to no rules pertaining to this or that. I do not judge something to be anything other than myself. And then I go on to say, but I was taught, and then God says, interrupting, never mind what you were taught, Keith. I know this may not sound like the God you were used to. Nonetheless, these are the constructs of my love. And I ask the question, when trials show up in my life, does it mean that I've been abusing my free will? Is that why I sometimes feel you are testing me? And Spirit says, I have never tested anyone. The truth is, you are testing yourself. Your unhappy experiences have come about because you have not yet worked through your karma. If one lives his or her whole life with a right or wrong point of view and uses past memories to handle present circumstances, the stillness and clarity necessary to make sound choices will never be available. I am not saying that that position is either right or wrong. I am saying it can only bring into result one of those two possible outcomes. The ego keeps people strapped into the front car of their own emotional roller coaster on a ride that never ends. Because just over every incline is another right or wrong scenario that launches them through those disorienting swoops and loops yet again. As long as people refuse to get off of their judgment ride, they can never hope to plant their feet on the solid ground of peace. Do you understand what's being said? What is being said is, this is not about morality. This is not about morals or scruples. This is something that is so divinely precious, it actually exceeds morals and scruples. It's divine law. It is inherent in every fragment of everything that has ever been, is now, or will ever be. It's divine law. Continuing forth. So it's not about right or wrong and trying to just choose. It's actually the Buddhist Christian way, which is my Father, that which is the wholeness, and the Buddhist way, which is it's the middle way that encompasses not only the left and the right and the wrong, the good and the bad, and duality. I am so beyond that. I am infinite. I am infinite. I am infinite. One, Spirit continues, one way for you to get out of what I'm saying is by I'm going to scat through some of this. Some of this is, to use a word for this presentation, extraneous. What a perfect place to pick up from. I'm going to highlight this real quick. This is an alignment. As small as it may be, it's an alignment. The title of tonight's time with you is 'Cause God Says So. That judgment, old white-haired man, right? You are guilty. And here's what I'm scattered upon. Out of the dialogue that we previously had, I ask Spirit, yeah, you are right about both. But what about the people who say that their right or wrong opinion is based on God's law? So what do we do with that? Is it real? Well, Scripture says so. Do you know that as first-hand experience that it is so? That it is so. Doesn't mean that it's not a beautiful story. Doesn't mean that it's not true. What's more important than the fact that it is or isn't true is the story, the generation of what it creates inside of you to bring you to a space of lesson. And you will only get lesson and blessing through humility. And in humility, whether it's true or not is irrelevant. It's the shift that takes place within you. Is it not? What is more important than a story being true is the parable or the parallel. You are parallel with a beautiful idea by said author, or by said speaker, or by said deity and teacher, or preacher. That's the beauty. That's the non-judgment. When you go, non-judgment not only has to do with you're a faggot, you're a queer, you are a nigger or a kike or a cracker, and all this knuckleheaded nonsense of using words and labels to demean and hurt. That is judgment at its ironical fineness. But in the blindness of it all, we lose sight. Sight, true sight. That is one way of judgment. My new slogan is, no thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. If you have the blessed, or should choose that for yourself because you deserve it, to go into nature or just in every day of your life, to find something as simple as going into the forest or the woods or nature. And when you go into nature, don't bring your thoughts, right, bad, good, bad, right, wrong, in, out, up, down. Don't bring that knuckleheaded nonsense into nature with you. Go innocently as a child of God would. Open, in awe, curiosity, and wonderment. Don't call the turtle you see setting on the stone in the midday sun a turtle. Don't call it a turtle. Don't see a rabbit scurrying in the woods. Don't see these things. See these things from a place of non-judgment, beyond label. Why? I could see a rabbit and a turtle and a fountain just as awesome as I could if I was in this mode that you're telling me, because something else will shift and happen for you. What is that something else? Well, I see a rabbit. I love rabbits. I see a turtle. I love turtles. But when you see nothing, meaning you don't impregnate your idea of what you want to call this thing that pigeonholes it and keeps it static and frozen instead of pure, potential, divine, infinite, ever-changing energy, just see it as something beautiful. That's it. Shh. Don't think. Take it in. No judgment. It does not go through a judgment filter. It goes through an appreciation, acceptance, and allowance filter. In fact, there is no filter. It's a non-filter. And in so doing, you see things clearly. Maybe that's a metaphor for me. You see them very clearly in the light of what they really, 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 and truly are, which is an expression of the non-judgmental God. Check this out for a conundrum. There's no way you can escape ever. You can try. And no matter how clever you are, contact me because I'm open to a debate, not debate, for a truth. I love truth. How you see your God, there's only one, no matter who you are, no matter what label you use, get out of judgment, then you can see clearly. No matter how you view your God, is how you see the world. You can never escape that. How you think God treats you is how you treat everyone in the world. You can never escape that truth. I've painted you in a corner. Your task now is get out of the corner without walking on the wet paint and staining your future every step you take with the paint. If you believe in a non-prosperous, abundant creator, you don't find yourself living in such a space of giving. If you believe in a punishing God, you believe everyone who does wrong should be punished. You can never escape that truth except through non-judgment, through not thinking. Judgment and thinking are two sides of the same coin. I'm learning it myself, but I understand now to why I'm initiating and integrating this principle to where I'm at the 51% mode mark of it, where I'm catching my breath. So this is what it's been about. So now I'm going downhill and can ease myself into the truth a lot greater. Let's see what's happening in the room. Steve Stone, Janelle Kennedy, hello Krista, Robert, what's up bro? Bob, Jack, Mary, Lewis, Gisela. Wendy says, Keith, you definitely stretch my brain. All right, I'm going to be right back. I have no doubt, I have not done this in a while. I have not actually fallen inside of myself and went to channel vessel mode. Again, my PCP 6-week Bust You Wide Open course. Next Wednesday, 7 p.m. it starts, Central Time. If you're interested in this course, let me know now. Keith, I'm interested in the course. Use those words, in fact. It's going down. And we're going in. But also, keep in mind, in the very near future, I'm going to bust out the old cassette tapes that started this all. You will actually hear the organic vulnerableness, learningness of how this all came into being. Should be fun. I'm excited. I have not delved into this Akashic Hall of Records, which it actually is, since it all went down, and I've logged all this information. So let me give me one more second. I want to find something. I know it's here. There it is. In fact, I'm going to take this pause instead of going into commercial break. This is amazing how this is unfolding. Initiation Yanava, June 13th, 1996. To the video I'm about to play for you, which is July 31st, 2020. 30 years of my sincere, passionate life. I say it to you in this way because do you have that fire in you? When you open this up and you read 30 years of blissful unfoldment, there will be a conflagration of creation in you to shift you into a very simple divine space. It's not about struggle. It's not about effort. It's not. See you shortly. Hello, everyone. Keith Anthony Blanchard here, Center of Light Radio. My dear friend's house tonight. Got a nice group of people, intentful, serious, open-hearted people, open-minded people, which creates a beautiful opening to experience the grace of Swamiji Viswayogi, who I am honored and blessed to be around him anytime I can. It's truly spiritual food for me. It recharges my soul, helps me to come alive, do more of what I do, keeps me going in full force. We're going to be asking some questions. I'm going to be asking some questions, heartfelt, beautiful questions about the state of the world. What is the state of the world? This should be important to every single person. Every single person. I invite, please, I'm asking, share this everywhere so that people may understand the power, the magic, the divinity that is on this earth today. That you are fortunate, yes, fortunate and blessed to experience, even if it's remotely from wherever you are in the world, watching this video. So we're going to be bringing Swamiji down here shortly, which I think we're about now. So in just a moment, Swamiji is going to be coming down. So let me introduce you to the room real quick. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, everybody's engaged. I love it. Broham. So this is where Swamiji is going to be sitting. He's given just about everyone. I don't know if he ran out of string. He didn't. But because of the time constraint so far, he gave us all, well, most of us, these little yellow bracelets of yarn. And I asked him why yellow. He said protection. So hang tight. Swamiji's going to be making his way down here shortly. And we're going to be asking him questions about what is the state of the world. What can we do to make it better? No political questions. It's not allowed. But what can we do to take responsibility? That is allowed. In fact, that is the key. That is the purpose of it all. So we're going to sit here patiently while waiting for Swamiji. Hello, Preet. Hello, Kelly. Hello, everyone in Facebook land. So now we're waiting.
So Keith, while we are waiting for Swamiji, can we say the pledge that Swamiji
By all
likes
means.
to say that? So Himani and I will say it and would like for you all to repeat it. So, one we are.
One we are.
We are all one.
We are all one.
One family.
One family.
Only one family.
Only one family.
We are all only one family.
We are all only one family.
I, you, he, she, this and that and all.
I, you, he, she, this and that and all.
We are all universal family.
We are all universal family.
Whatever the religion may be.
Whatever the religion may be.
Whatever the race may be.
Whatever the race may be.
Whatever the nation may be.
Whatever the nation may be.
Whatever the language may be.
Whatever the language may be.
We are all human beings.
We are all human beings.
We are all human family.
We are all human family.
Let us unite in the name of humanity.
Let us unite in the name of humanity.
Let us unite for peace and prosperity.
Let us unite for peace and prosperity.
Let us unite for ourselves and for all.
Let us unite for ourselves and for all.
Let us unite for our Mother Earth and the universe.
Let us unite for Mother Earth and the universe.
Unity makes us strong and peaceful.
Unity makes us strong and peaceful.
Unity brings us bliss and prosperity.
Unity brings us bliss and prosperity.
If we unite, we can make miracles.
If we unite, we can make miracles.
If we unite, we can throw away poverty.
If we unite, we can throw away poverty.
If we unite, we can make the earth a heaven.
If we unite, we can make the earth a heaven.
If we unite, we can bring the Lord to the earth.
If we unite, we can bring the Lord to the earth.
Unity is our strength.
Unity is our strength.
Humanity is our life.
Humanity is our life.
This was
dedicated to the divine lotus feet of His Holiness Bhagwan Shri 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 Vishwa Yogi Vishwamji Maharaj.
It was written by a young boy called Rishi Kavikondala in Seattle. He's the son of Dr. Madhuri and Madhu Babu Kavikondala and the brother of Aparupa. And he at the age of 14, he had written this.
He wrote that at the age of 14.
So we love this so much, and it's become Swami's pledge. Or I think even younger. Even younger than 14 when he
It
wrote
was, I
this.
think, about 11.
11 or so. And such amazing thoughts from a young child.
How old is he now?
He's starting college now.
I would like to acknowledge Joyce and Isabella.
Yes.
I don't know exactly out of those three names would you like to be called.
I go with them all. Just call me Gypsy.
They came from, let's see,
Fiji. Fiji Wonderland.
today they came from 5 hours away to be here for this time at Swamiji. Thank you both.
Thank you.
That's called
Banaka.
intent.
I live in Fiji, but we live in the Ozark.
That is intent.
Ozark Mountains.
Yes. Yeah, and I make Ozark Mountain organic beds.
Oh, nice.
And I teach about
So welcome everyone in Facebook land. Swamiji's going to be coming down shortly. Here he is.
Jay.
Everyone stand, please.
Hi,
Hello, Swamiji.
I am very happy to see you all. Heartily welcome. Heartily welcome, not only into this house, but into my heart.
Yes. Thank you.
Sit down, be seated.
I can read it. Does the order matter?
Everyone meet Swamiji.
You can introduce. You can introduce. You can introduce. You want to introduce him? You know Swamiji, you want to introduce him? How you met him? You want to introduce him and how you met him? And
Is it?
So I'd like to tell you all a very quick story how I come to know Swamiji. I was completing a book called For the Love of God, A Spiritual Journey about my trip to India to see Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. That was a miracle in and of itself, how I got there. When I was finishing the book, I went through it 3 times thinking that would be my last edit. But when I made the final decision, this is going to be my last edit, I changed a comma, added a comma, or took one away, and I was done. I hit save on the document, stood off my chair, and I said, thank you, Lord, for 14 years of blood, sweat, and beautiful tears. My phone rings immediately. And it was Mona Winfrey saying that Swamiji had come found me, I think the word she used was astrally, and asked me to interview him. And that started my beautiful relationship with Swamiji. And I'm forever grateful. So everyone, I would like you to meet Swamiji. Swamiji, did you want to start off with a prayer or a song, as we usually do? Or however you want to do.
ప్రేయర్తో మొదలు పెడతారా ప్రేయర్తో మొదలు పెడతారా అని ప్లెజ్ చదివేసాం స్వామి
చదివారా? You repeat. God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone.
God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone.
God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone.
God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone.
God is Rama, God is Krishna, God is Jesus, God is Nanak.
God is Rama, God is Krishna, God is Jesus, God is Nanak.
God is Rama, God is Krishna, God is Jesus, God is Nanak.
God is Rama, God is Krishna, God is Jesus, God is Nanak.
God is Allah, God is Buddha, God is Amma, God is Baba.
God is Allah, God is Buddha, God is Amma, God is Baba.
God, God everywhere.
God, God everywhere.
God, God everywhere.
God, God everywhere.
God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone.
God is one, God is one, God is one for everyone.
God is here, God is there, God, God everywhere.
God is here, God is there, God, God everywhere.
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 Om, Amen.
Om, Amen. You want next?
So, you want me to read? So,
Either way. Doesn't matter.
so
This is
First of all, I want to tell something. Keith,
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
hearty divine blessings to all the viewers of this program. First of all, at the beginning, I want to tell you all, not only you who are seeing this program, but the people around the world, on the earth. Think about the earth. Think how to protect the earth. Think how to keep the earth away from pollution. How to bring peace to the world. How to make the earth abode of peace. With unity only, you can achieve that. Without unity, we can't achieve peace in the world. So, unity among the religions, unity among the nations, unity among all the people of different races, sets of the people of the world. So, let us unite in the name of humanity. Let us unite for peace and prosperity. That is my humble request to you all. First of all, you make yourself powerful and peaceful. Fill your heart with divine love. Fill your mind with peace. If there is no peace in your mind, how can you make others peaceful? The world peaceful. So, if we want to make the world peaceful, we have to make our mind first peaceful. We have to make our body strong enough. A sound mind in sound body. The 5 strengths are essential: physical strength, mental strength, financial strength, social strength, and spiritual strength. Achieving these 5 strengths, we can become powerful. If we become powerful, we will be peaceful. So, if you want to be peaceful, first make yourself powerful. If you make yourself powerful, then you will be peaceful, and you can make anybody or all the people, the world itself, peaceful. That is hearty divine blessings to all. Let us
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight we are talking about Center of Light acceptance, because God said so. This image right here. This horrible image. It's horrible. It's completely horrible. Because God said so. You are guilty. And that brings us back to this picture here. Very honest question. Paint you in the corner. There's no way out until you see it for the truth that it is. And then you just have the opportunity, the blessed opportunity, like I have and still do, and you still do, because you're welcome anytime you're here, to be what it's like, to feel what it's like to be with the divine treading his foot on the earth. It looks just like that man, because it is that man. Lord Datta, it's the Christed energy, said differently, walking on the earth. It doesn't look like the banner for this presentation, does it? So to experience him, it's not even a hymn. It looks like a hymn, but it's not a hymn. It's an energy. Did you not realize, or did you realize, that the whole time you were engrossed, fixated on this divine light, you weren't thinking, were you? There was no judgment. There was a goal already established, and that goal was somehow, somewhere, not only do I remember that kind of divinity, because I understand what that is, I want to be that again myself. That's called initiation into infinity. That is the direction of immortality. But it requires no judgment. There is no asshole. I understand you venting, and words do play a part of that. I get it. But you know within yourself where you are with truly judging someone out of just venting and expressing. But there's always room for betterment to get better out of that as well. But if that's the best you can do, good on you, mate. You are a jackass. You just cut in front of me without a blinker light. And that's what I'm feeling, that you just come across to me right now. I feel okay with that. And then I'm done with it. I don't carry it around with me. But judgment is not only about calling someone a name out of one's own ignorance. We all got splinters in our own eye, right? But going into a beautiful situation and labeling things. How about not label things? Just see the beauty of the dance, the divine play, the lila, the divine sport, the divine play of consciousness that just moves everything around as it needs to, for one reason and one reason only. Why does the divine play, manipulate, do whatever it not has to or wants to do, whatever it does, simply because? Why does it do that? Because that's its nature. When you understand its nature, and if you become natural part of it, then you become not only the drop in the ocean of the dance, you are now human to use your single point awareness to plug back into the cosmic system. And it requires no judgment. Shh. No judgment, no thought. No thought, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. That's the kingdom. Suddenly, within the silence of it all, the new world appears. It's not just about being quiet, not talking, which is a great catastrophe for many people. Just being quiet. So you mean just meditation? Oh, I do mean meditation and be quiet in the mouth. I'm talking about a different level or a deeper layer of being quiet. Meditation's wonderful. It's a great catalyst. But can you launch yourself ongoingly to where your intervals is one long drone of simply being quiet? You can talk and still be quiet. You could judge or process or use discernment about what is right or wrong for you simply in discernment, reasoning, intellect, and still be quiet. You can always be quiet, even in expressing. But when expression becomes that, even when you are quiet, all that is happening is a bunch of vibrational, distorted noise. So to become that very energy that you experience in the expression of Swamji or Jesus, Buddha, something that's beautiful to you, your child, that you miss being yourself, and so now you're actually praising and or blaming your child for being the beauty in your life, when the child really is only a reflection and an excuse that you're using the reflection of this child to remind you of who you are yourself that you have left behind. Right? My brother Robert asked a question. He said something a little earlier. I think he said, so much dialogue has taken place and I got into a role. Hello, Cheryl Davis. Robert says, people tend to use their very limited vocabulary when they run out of intelligent ability to have a conversation. Perfect question. Because we're judging it. We're judging that they have not an important conversation. My brother Lincoln says, this is why I'm here with you and your friends, Keith. I am just accepting the downloads from source. So basically, this entire presentation is about stop thinking. And it's not only about, well, Keith, you've been saying this forever. But that was about stop talking. This is about stop talking. Stop expressing in a way that is out of control and you just want to express unconsciously. When you go into the woods, a forest, nature, stop labeling everything. Just step back, watch the divine dance, and another divine language begins to come into your experience. And you go, I forgot about this way of dialoguing with my divine parent. It'll just happen. It's not something you have to do. You don't have to do this thing. You have to stop thinking and stop judging. Well, this is a flashlight, and this is a book, and this is a shirt. They make sense when we're connecting with humans, but when we want to move into our divinity, we have to leave that stuff behind to ever be able to understand this is not a flashlight, this is not a book, this is not a shirt. So what is it? Exactly. So what is that thing that is not the flashlight, the book, and the shirt? Well, you say, well, I don't know what that thing is, Keith. Well, yes, you do. Because what is an answer that lies beyond those three questions? What is the answer that lies beyond those three questions? What is the flashlight, the book, or the shirt? It's something that is in the empty space of those questions. It's invisible. It's a powerhouse of knowledge. It says, when you fall into this empty space, this void, then and only then can you ever become filled. And until then, you will remain an ignorant one. No thinking, no judgment. Judgment requires thinking. Thank you very much, everyone. Keith Anthony Blanchard here. Enjoying my time with you. My son has moved in with me full time, which I'm loving. And he's being loving to his father. He puts me in my role. And he's over here on the bed doing his 14-year-old plus thing. I'm a grateful man. I will be seeing you soon. Everyone, Keith Anthony Blanchard here, Center of Light. Tonight we have talked about, because God says so, that finger-pointing demon. It's not a God, it's a demon. Think about it. And you go to bed at night, if that's your God, let me ask you a very honest question. It's not to piss you off, but if you get pissed off, who's the one that's upset? It's you. Don't be upset. I want to massage your soul. Hear this. If you go to bed thinking that there's this hammer-wielding God and there's no forgiveness in that, as long as you apply and administer that guilt bat on yourself, nothing will ever change because God says so. It's heavy, isn't it? You deserve better than that. Graduate to a higher level of being. Be like you, Christ. Be like your Maker. Hence, we are Christians. We walk the duck walk. Aflac. That's where our assurance and insurance is. No judgment. There's no right or wrong. There's no this or that. I'm not in trouble. Someone's better than me. That place does exist. Suddenly through the silence, the new world will appear. Stop it all. Stop thinking. Yeah, but you're already thinking. But you're already thinking. Stop thinking. You're loved beyond measure. See you soon.